It's Friday. Hope you guys are doing amazing. We're going to get started here in a second as we got people coming on. If you have questions, today's the day to ask them. If it's about marketing, business, structuring, whatever it is, Q&A today, weekly recap. Hey, Beacon, if you could do me a favor, what's the last 4 shows we did? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Obviously, yesterday was financial PTSD. I know we talked about Dream Team. Also, we talked about what else did we talk about? Commitment. So yeah, if you could just talk, maybe we'll do a little quick recap here. It's Friday. Good morning, Kendra. What's up, guys? It's a groggy Friday. It's a little dreary out here, rainy. I got my workout done in the pouring down rain, but it's done. I actually like it. I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm working out, I kind of like it to be like hard. I actually enjoy watching people not work out when. So like if it's nice out, it's easy when it's easy, just like in business, right? It's easy when it's easy, but I always like going out there and seeing, when it's pouring down rain or freezing cold or whatever. If you guys followed me last year on the journey, I was in hailstorms, snowstorm. It was insane. And I'm out there working out and I loved it. I actually couldn't wait for it. I would wait for it to get even worse out to go out because I knew most people won't go out and work out during those moments. So I kind of like the hard stuff. What's up, Paul? What's up, Dylan? What's up, guys? What's up, Bradley? What's up, John? Good morning. Good morning, Rob. So today, if you have Q&A, I know we got a lot of stuff. I actually did a post yesterday on Instagram asking about questions. And let me just pull this up here. Not ignoring you guys. I'm just pulling up my stuff here. Let's see. Q&A. Let's see what we got here. Please keep inspiring. Thank you. Okay. T's asking, T Swart, backup plans, plan B. Should you have an exit route or no? Why and why not? Well, in regards to business and life, I don't have a plan B. It's not like if me and my wife get a divorce, I got a side plan B to take care of anything. In business, it's the same thing. If you're not all in and committed, by the way, if you have a plan B, you're not committed. I only have plan A. As you guys know, I've never had a W-2 job my entire life. I've always been a 1099, work for it. If you don't kill it, you don't eat kind of thing. So I've never had a plan B. Now, with that said, I am strategic about growth, though, and pushing the boundaries. I'm not going to go out there and just be reckless. If I make 10 grand, I don't just go throw 10 grand on double zeros at the casino or on a marketing strategy. You don't know if it works or not. I'm going to take a percentage of my revenue. I'm going to put it into this path, that path, that path. What I'm trying to do is unlock different opportunities internally. So as for plan B, I don't have plan Bs. I don't really operate that way. Some people may. I don't know many people. Actually, I don't know anybody that's ultra successful that has plan Bs. They're like, dude, I can barely handle plan A. Let's just keep it clean. I can barely handle plan A. So that's for me. I'm not doing the art auction this year. Someone's asking about an art piece. Where can someone get more information about your mastermind? Guys, I have a mastermind group called the Dealmaker Family, the DM fam. It's 33 guys. They each pay 35 grand a year. We meet up, once outside of the country once a year. Last year was cool. We did it over at the Ritz in St. Thomas, where we actually meet up. We sit around the table. The room is insane. Everyone, it's a high level. We're just talking and strategizing. A lot of times people, here's what's interesting to me. A lot of people, the reason you're not where you want to be is because you're looking for a structure. You're looking for step A, B, and C, and D. My DM family, I don't talk about A, B, C, and D. We don't talk about that. It's not even our thoughts. We're all business guys running businesses. So what we're talking about is more high-level thinking because the answers are all there, guys. You guys know you can go on YouTube and find any answer you want, right, or on Google. So the answers are there for the micro stuff, but the problem is never the answer. The problem is the person asking the question. It's easy to find the answer when it's like, hey, how do I wholesale real estate? Shit, that's easy to find. Go online, type it in. You'll find 10 million people talking about it. But the real question is how, like the deeper question is, how do I build a wholesale business that generates $50,000 to $100,000 a month without me actually doing any of the work? That's a different question. It's going to require a way different thought process. It's going to require a different person pushing the boundaries. And that's what you have to get better at, is asking better questions. So in the DM family, I think we have a waiting list. I don't put a lot of people in there. It's like I said, the churn rate's not that much. We do have a couple of people a year that we push in and out, but other than that, man, it's a brotherhood. We've got guys in there that's been in there since conception. And I look at these guys as my best friends, honestly, in the DM fam. I care about them. I think about them. I want them to do well. I've invested many millions of dollars with all those guys in deals and vice versa. We've all done deals together pretty much on the most part. And it's not just real estate, by the way. It's not just a real estate mastermind. It's a business mastermind. Just happens real estate's a big piece of it. I have guys in there that own 2,500 units. I have guys in there that own $10 million roofing companies. I have guys that own multi-million-dollar media companies. I have guys in there that own multi-million-dollar Facebook ad agencies. We have different types of people in there. So it's a really exciting group. And the truth is I love them. It gets me excited. But again, if you're following me, I talked about this a couple of days ago. If you're looking at me like, oh, my God, if you're like an entrepreneur and you do, he has 33 people paying him $35,000 a year. Oh my God, it's over $1 million. Well, it is over $1 million, but the problem with that is it's not scalable, it's not sellable, and it takes a lot of time to do it right. I spend hours a day on that business. And I call it a business. It's not even a business because it's not sellable, not scalable. Only businesses that are sellable and scalable, which should be called businesses. This is a passion project for me for impact. I truly do love helping the right people. It's my favorite thing I get to do. I'm laying in bed thinking about them. I'm getting up thinking about them. I'm prodding. I'm pushing. They actually push me out of my comfort zone because I want to come back to them with raw data of the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Thank you. And all that good stuff. So that at the end of the day, it's like find an environment that forces you to become a better person. That's what I'm looking for to do. And that's what the DM family is for me. I genuinely want to be a better person for them. I want to lead by example. We don't theorize in there. We're not talking about theory. Recently, we just had a guy, Mike, I think it was 2 days ago. He messaged me. He's like, because I talked to him on Saturday, and like he had these mental blocks, and we navigated him through it. His life and business will never be the same. It's going to be forever be changed in a positive way. He will literally be able to print money on demand whenever he wants by simply sending an email. He will be able to get on the phone and be able to close a deal like it's the easiest thing he's ever done because the way he's positioned, and he's been set free. I believe it's the best $35,000 he could have spent. I know it is because I wish my group existed when I was starting up. I wish my group existed when I was in there. Another guy, Matt, within 6 months, he generated from a newfound revenue stream that we talked about. He generated over $350,000. He will do over $1 million this year with a brand new strategy, brand new. And that is a scalable, sellable business he's building. He's just got to dial it in. He's working on some cool things now. But and by the way, we're not saying no one's working in here. We're all working. And I'm telling you, we're just asking different questions, folks. That's the only difference, I promise you. What's up, Tim? What's up, Leanne? What's up, Alice? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Excuse me. What are you doing to keep your head right during COVID-19 and the impacts it has mentally? Well, truthfully, it has no impacts on me mentally at all. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I hope that doesn't sound cold. My life has truly not changed much at all. I'm still going to fly back to Ohio at the same time. Beacon, what are you doing? You trying to get a headshot up there, man? Trying to show the girls what you're up to? But, at the end, I'm working in the garage. I do that already. I work at the house. I'm here already all day, every day anyways. So truthfully, my life has not really changed at all. So mentally, the biggest thing I've been doing during this whole COVID stuff, it's more leadership stuff. It's more asking myself that straight up, guys, I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. In the last 60 days, it's been big. It's been real big. Even with the losses, it's been big. We have multiple companies we've acquired. I've hired many people. Yesterday, I shared another one. We just hired Eric with a Y. We just hired him. He starts Monday. My team, and again, and we'll talk about the Eric hire because that's an interesting process that's happening with hiring now in my companies. But the truth is we're we're killing it. And not to say other companies aren't having some hiccups, but I don't look at business as a micro moment. I look at business for the long haul. See, like the problem is a lot of people can't keep their head up because they don't have any money to keep their head up. They don't have any money in the pipeline to keep the wheels rolling. The goal with any kind of like recession or what we're talking about COVID here, the goal is how much cash do you have to outlast the situation. So if you have a big runway of cash, the problem is really not the problem. I got to be honest with you guys. The way I created all my cash and still do, if shit hits the fan and I need money, I don't stop spending money. I actually start looking to invest money to recover my cash. Like that's the best way. Yesterday I shared the post about $65,000 loss. My financial PTSD isn't stop, hold everything, let's figure this out. It's like, shit, how much I have in the bank, where am I at? Okay, let's go invest in something and get some money back. I need cash back. I need more money coming in. You know what I mean? So these are the kind of things I'm thinking about and more importantly doing. So, there truly is a lot of opportunity out there. But again, I'm just trying to be a better leader. I'm trying to acquire. I'm actually in negotiations on a big company right now. I'm trying to acquire, but the guy keeps like talking. Here's how I know it might not be as good as deal. He's talking too much. He's using numbers as the front leader too much. And what I know in business, if people, all they do is talk about their numbers are, they're full of shit. They're lying to you 100%, not 99%, 100%. They're lying to you on the details. I promise you. I know I've bought many, many companies, and every time I avoid this conversation with them or don't have it, initially I didn't have it because I didn't know, but like anytime I pay attention to how people act. If they're like numbers, like, dude, this thing's making $140,000 a day. It's making $5,000 an hour. It's making, dude, come on. I'm not buying a business for $5,000 a minute and this and that. Like, and not only that, I love the people that says, based on performance, it looks like we're going to hit 5 G's a day. And if at 5 G's a day times 30 days is dude, that's Mickey Mouse math. That ain't real math. And what does it even mean? Let's say it does make 5,000 a day. That'd be awesome, right? Well, maybe. I've had companies where I make way more than 5,000 a day, but it's losing money every day. So what does the operations look like? What does the team look like? What does the process look like? What is the upside? What's the downside? What's the time commitment? See, people forget to talk about all that stuff. It's not sexy. Everyone gets a hard on with numbers. Like, dude, I can make 53% on my money. What? Well, not really. Just a fun fact. The higher the return, the more the risk typically. And I'm talking on a passive side, not necessarily on the individual side. Because if you understand business, let's say if I understand a real estate deal, I can buy for $100,000 house and I buy for 50. It's easy to make a big return on that because I'm doing the work. I'm in the game. I have specialized knowledge, if you will. But if I'm handing you the money and saying, here's $100,000, pay me 25% on my money, you're probably not going to get it. And if you do, it's going to be a little choppy. There's going to be a reason they have to pay you that much. But typically, when I'm loaning my money out, I'm at 12 to 18%, plus I get a percentage of the back end, always. My money's too expensive to loan out because I take it and put it in my own deal, so that's why I don't really loan out a whole lot. Unless you're in the DM family. I do some deals in there. So I'm just trying to be a better leader, man. That's what I'm doing. Hey, what financial changes have you made to preserve your wealth and protect it? Well, I mean, I'm big in insurance policies. I like the infinite banking concept. I have whole life policies. I have indexed universal life policies. My goal, I don't need, so I like to talk about money, and I'm not talking about it to brag or things like that, but I think people avoid these conversations because it's weird. But I'm thinking more, how do I have $100,000 a month coming in tax-free through these policies? Right now it's designed to $50,000 a month. I want to get it to $100,000 a month. So I got to add more money. To do that at my age, it costs about $250,000 to $300,000 a year. You got to park in these environments. And that doesn't mean you park the money and you can't touch it. There's different strategies that I could park the money, go borrow from here, pull from here, do that, do this, and have it creating multiple streams of revenue with the same dollar. So that's the infinite banking concept. If you don't know about it, you should. If there was one thing I wish I would have done earlier in my life, it was definitely been buying index universal life policies from the right people. That's the disclaimer. I did buy a policy, a whole life policy. It cost me 38 grand a year. And the guy was pulling out all his profits out of the contract, out of the front end. So there's ways to, it's called blended rate, blending your rate across the 10 years, because that's a 10-year pay. Well, it's actually more than that, because it's $647,000 for the 10 years. But so he was able to, like the first 3 years, able to pull out all his commissions, and it's a lot. These guys make a lot of money on these commissions when they set these big policies up. So there's ways around that, not around it, but there's ways to maximize your dollars in these policies, and that's called blended rates. Blend your rates out throughout the 10 years or whatever, so you're not, because it's all compound interest effect. Hey, what's up, Matt? Michael, Connor, what's up, buddy? It's exactly my goal. Build a wholesale business that generates $50K a month without me in the day-to-day. Keep the best units and wholesale the rest. It's Connor, I don't know what market you're in, but to do that is fairly simple. And I think more people should be trying to do it. Because the truth is, most people are trying to make 500 grand a month, and they can't even keep their electric on. What's up, Daryl? So, guys, if you have questions in here as well, I'd love to answer them. I know I'm just talking here, but so my financial stuff. If I was younger, I wish. The only thing I wish I would have done is buy more policies. What's up, Demal? What's up, Connor? I wish I would bought more policies, parked more money, acted like it was never there, and then I'd have 500 grand a month coming in tax-free at 60 years old. It's doable. I know people doing it. I'm doing it. Not 500 grand a month yet, but on the policies, but you're parking this money in these cool concepts. It's very, very, very intriguing and interesting. But my financial change, like, listen, you guys see all the cool, flashy stuff. Maybe you think I have a crazy financial life. I do spend a lot of money every month on my life, but like, it's not percentage-wise of what I earn. It's very little. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's interesting to me. People that make $4 grand a month, they might be spending $3,900 a month to have that life. You know, I can tell you my percentages are 3% of what I earn. I mean, it's very low. It's very, very low. So I'd be like, if you made $4 grand, you spend $120 a month to live, to put it in perspective. It's all relative. It's all perspective. I'm not out there wilding out at the clubs like I used to back in the day, spending 30, 50 grand a night, or whatever we were doing. It was stupid. It was such a waste when I was young. It's just silly. There's a lot of opportunity with money. You guys got to understand, I had a terrible relationship with money. I never had a financial mentor when I was young. That's why I almost went bankrupt twice. I was cocky. I was arrogant. I didn't understand what a P&L was. I didn't understand KPIs. I just knew I could make money, and I would do whatever to do to make it. I was hustling deals. I was doing the work. I wasn't afraid of it. I just wanted more. And the problem is, I'd get more. I'd do more. I'd waste it. I would just keep wasting the money. What's up, Kevin? So money's a very interesting tool. It is a tool, by the way. What's up, Joe? I was the tool inside the tool, though, at that point in my life. So my financial changes, honestly, man, I'm stacking up. I'm investing in people. I'm investing in companies. We're hiring people. I think we hired 3 people this week. I'm looking to hire a website person. I got a couple conversations going on there. I'm working with John. It's helping me on my manual for Magician vs. Mule. I have 2 new books I'm working on in my brain. I'll be working with Matt. By the way, guys, another thing I would do, someone's asking here, like, what's one thing I wish I'd have done quicker too? Honestly, man, the thing I wish I would have done is write a book quicker. I wrote my first book in 2006, November 21st, 2006, the book came out. I wish I'd have wrote the book earlier. My first book was not written. My first book was 6 or 8. It was 7 conversations, transcribed, edited, cleaned up, and published. And that was my book. It was called Real Estate Investing. What was it called? Real Estate Investors, The Secrets of Real Estate Investing, or something like that. And I had Kendra Todd that won The Apprentice, Frank McKinney that builds $50 million spec homes, Michael Gerber with eMyth. And I was interviewing all these guys. I was having these conversations behind the scenes all the time. So I was like, hey, can we record this? I'd like to use it maybe in the future. And I never knew what I was going to do, but this is through my wife and I's travels. I was sitting in, Poconos Mountains, Pennsylvania. We're sitting in this awesome cabin. I remember plain as day. And I was like, I'm going to turn these audios into a book. And I'm like, what? Like, because I don't want to write a book. I'm not a writer. I don't know the difference between there, and there. So, the truth is, I was like, I'm going to turn this into a book. And that's what I did within 3 months. I literally went to Barnes & Noble. I bought this book, How to Publish Your Own Book or something. It's at my office here in Palm Beach, actually. It's all marked up. It's exactly how I published my first book. And within 3 months, I had my first book out. I hit #1 bestseller. We sold thousands of copies. It still sells today, which is insane. And, it's a great lesson. You don't have to get it right, just get it going. But if I had 10 grand, that's how much it costs to do a book the right way with my guy Mike Fallett. I'd send him 10 grand, and you'll have a book within 60 days, and it'll be amazing. The Magician vs. Mule come from Mike Fallett. Him and I did a bunch of interviews. We did a bunch of editing back and forth, and that's what the book came from. So, and he's very amazing at interviewing people to extract the data to help the reader understand what's going on and navigate it. Hey, Tyrone, morning, Mark. Just got the book last night. Can't wait to read it this weekend and then put the review on Amazon. Thank you, my man. Mike, they're grateful for these mornings. Thank you. Domenico, good morning, boss. Today's going to be a great day. Yes, sir. So any other questions? We have I have a couple more questions here. Whoops. What thoughts keep you up at night during and post-corona as it relates to your business? What thoughts keep me up? First of all, the questions I'm getting about business, I don't stay up about business. I stay up about family. I stay up about my life. I know I'm going to die. And that's what keeps me up at night. I don't want to go to sleep. Shit, I might not wake up, right? So that's the truth. That's what keeps me up at night. I want to, my businesses don't keep me up. Honestly, I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to be silly here. Like, my business, here's why. The biggest thing I've realized, my business is not my identity. My identity is me. I just own businesses. So I'm thinking about how to be a better Mark than a better business. Like, the business is nothing. It's like, whatever. I could take my same skills and go do anything I want. That's not, what keeps me up at night is, how do I become a better person? How do I be a better listener? How do I be a better leader? How can I get more money to make a bigger impact? What charities am I going to work on? Who am I working on it with? Hey, am I being conscious with my family when they're around when I'm working? Like, that's the stuff that keeps me up at night. My books are keeping me up at night. Like, by the way, when I'm writing these books and paying 10 grand to Mike, I don't take a penny from these books. 100% of the profits go to charity. So I'm like spending money to get the books to your guys' hands and hopefully making an impact in your life, and then also the charity's life. I call it full circle giving. So, hey, read the book. Great stuff. I have my 21-year-old. Oh, it's awesome, Matt. Thank you, buddy. Hey, these morning sessions are wicked awesome, Mark. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. What's up, John? What's up, Joe? So for me, what keeps me up at night, what space or industry are you doubling down on in the next 6 to 12 months? Good morning, brother. What's up, Steve? Honestly, man, I love the e-com media space. Real estate to me is like whatever. I've been talking about real estate like whatever for a long time. So real estate's just a tool. It's just a stepping stone to get to what you want. I love real estate as a great equalizer of dummies. It's an amazing, like, anybody can do real estate. Anybody. Again, it's not risky. If you explain the risk in buying a $100,000 house for 50 grand, what's the risk? Where the risk starts happening is when you start hiring people and you start letting go of the reins and you start rehabbing, and then now project management gets out of hand and then projects go over budget. And that's where all these risk tolerance things start happening. But on a very simple level, real estate's by far the easiest place to make money. But that's why most people don't do it, though, because it's so easy. They think there has to be something else. It can't be that easy. Well, the truth is it is. And then we as humans, we overcomplicate it and then turn it into a big monster. I'm talking about myself, by the way. So I think that's e-com, man. Dude, listen, you guys got to realize I was in 1996 when I started real estate. The internet did not exist like it does. The e-commerce world does not exist. I truly believe Jeff Bezos will be the first trillionaire. I truly believe it. 100%. If anybody could do it, it's him. He's on pace. I know everyone's like, dude, real estate's, created more millionaires than anything. Well, that's true, but did e-com exist when that happened? I know more young e-com millionaires than I do real estate millionaires at a young age. What that means is these young guys are going to be older with more money. You know what I mean? Real estate to me is not necessarily, it's more of a wealth, a piece where you can actually hold your wealth and get some good tax depreciation and hand it off the money to other operators and allow them to do what they're great at. So if you're ever trying to raise private money, any of you guys listening, know that it's not about like the huge returns. It's about protection of money, making it easy, and just giving me a good, solid, consistent return on my money. I'm busy. You guys understand, we're busy. I'm trying to run this rocket ship, the Mark Evans rocket ship. And then all of a sudden now you're like, hey, let's do real estate. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, I want to do this. Like, dude, now you're trying to fly 16 rocket ships. It's bound to have massive destruction, disasters in the making. So I think at the end of the day, depending on what you're trying to do, but I'm 100%, I'm doing this right now. I'm doubling down big in the media space. I'm hiring heavy over there. We're adding massive amounts of assets. I'm looking to acquire, to grow as well. We've got a couple deals in negotiations with that. Secondly, I'm going big in partnering with people. If you're in the real estate space, wholesale space in particular, I'm looking to partner with you. There's some guys actually here following. I like that side of it. Christian runs that side on the day-to-day. I'm looking to dial that in. I know PBCMO with Peter's running that, where they're trying to we want to be like a great lead generation company for the real estate investment space, and then put these two together and help them grow. Like, it genuinely is like something I know works because we do it. It's just getting people understanding how the KPIs work. And so it comes with a lot of education. So my goal is not to have 1 million people in the funnel. My goal is to have a high quality 100 people we can roll with, die with, make money with, grow with, hang out and do family vacations with. These are guys and gals I want to grow with, man. And I'm not the guy who wants to be on stage talking to 5 million people. I don't care about that. And I'm not the guy, I don't even need my name on the check. Just send the wire. I'm past the ego stages. I just want to live a life and be a great person. That's the truth. And there's a lot of different ways to go about that. And I think a lot of people are chasing the money. I know when this guy's asking the question, like, what keeps me up at night in my business? My business is not me. And I think when you can really, truly separate both of them, you'll have a lot better quality of life. What's up, Kelly? Kelly's she's the machine over there. Yes. Last week, she popped off some real numbers, which is awesome. Congratulations. Kelly, I owe you a call. I called you, and then you called me back, but I'll call you back. I got you today. But yeah, guys, it's there's so much opportunity, and you gotta be you. I think a lot of people are trying to do things because of money. I don't do things. I want more money, but I'm not doing it because of the money. I'm doing it because it's what I want to do. It fits in with my where I'm at, where I want to go. And that's kind of you got to find that happy medium for you. I'm lifestyle design first, though. Let's just be clear on that. There's no amount of money that is going to have me not hang out with my family. And there's a lot of people, maybe even watching this, that's asking me to come speak at their events or ask me to come get on their podcast show, but you got to be present. And I'm like, dude, I just don't do it. Well, we'll pay you this or I'll do that. No, I'm not in, because now I have to leave my family or take them with me. And then, if you're on the West Coast, you're losing 2-3 days. I look at time differently, man. Time is very precious to me. And we all are going to die. So a lot of people out there acting like they're not going to. And not only that, I have almost a 5-year-old boy and a 1-year-old daughter. Dude, I know for a fact that 10 to 13 years old, whatever age they become, dad's a weirdo. Dad, leave me alone. So I only got a small amount of time with these kids while they think their dad's cool. I can mold them. I can help them. And then there's going to be that moment where they don't want to hang out with me. So then I could do different stuff, right, in my business, in my life. And then when they turn 15, 16, 18, whatever, and then they leave the house, now all of a sudden me, Dina, and my life might look a lot different with what I want to do in business. And I think that's what people don't realize. I plot this stuff out, dude. I make a plan and I execute the plan. Hey, I'm buying a jet at this age. Here's why, here's when, here's how, here's what it looks like. I know how much it costs. I know how much it costs to run, maintain, how many pilots, what do you do? I have all that shit dialed in. A lot of you guys out there saying you want stuff, but you don't even know what it takes to get it. Time goes by fast, too fast. Absolutely, man. So you got to plan the life and execute the plan. Too many of you bouncing around. I'm Not to say you won't adjust the plan. It's not like you can't adjust it. Like I do have, hey, we're working on some new houses. We're working on possibly building me and D in Ohio. We've been talking about it. Like there's different things we're doing. Hey, buy the piece of land, build the house around the land, or have the house, build the piece of, it's stuff I'm thinking about all the time. We're adjusting, we're creating, we're changing, we're adding, we're taking back. I mean, there's just so much opportunity. So what questions do you guys have here on the live? That's all I have, actually. There's more, but some of them, a lot of the doubles. It's a lot about COVID. Please keep inspiring. Appreciate it. Let's connect. Questions. What questions you guys got? If not, I'm on bounce. I got a big call today with my boy John. Hey, we are in the market for a new home, but it seems prices are holding steady. Do you think real estate is going to make a big drop in the near future? John, if this is for your personal residence, I don't think it matters. If you have the money, where else are you going to park the money? A lot of time, I don't look at my personal residence as an investment. I look at it as a house and a home. So if you're worried about that, here's the question to ask yourself. How low do you think it will dip? You're in Ohio, probably 5%, maybe 10%. It's not going to be like on the water, like where it drops 30 to 50%. You know what I mean? So for you, John, what I'd recommend, just find a house that you like and execute. I think the prices are going to stay pretty. You got to remember, in Ohio, they did not they're not super inflated like on the coast, New York, California, and stuff like that, hot areas. So those get super inflated. That's why you see big drops. But in Ohio, even during the crash in 2008, it's like whatever. It's your house, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't look at it like that. And keep in mind, you're already buying retail anyways. If you're trying to buy a house and you want to save money, just buy wholesale. Hit up all the local real estate investors in your market. Tell them what your cash budget is and what you're looking to buy, and let them go find you a deal at 20 or 30 cents on the dollar, knowing that you're going to have to put some money into the deal. So to fix it up and make it, and if you're looking for an equity play or cash position play, that's what I'd recommend. Hey, I want to raise private funds during this time. Where should I start? Bully. Dude, just start talking about money. There's so much money to be raised right now. It's well, first of all, now and forever. But if you have a good asset class that you're investing in, and just just start talking about money. Tell them, hey, man, did you know you get 12% on your money secured by real estate? Hey, man, did you know there's some awesome deals coming up on the books, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, just start. It's not hard at all. The truth is, with everyone getting laid off, there's 30 million people that possibly have 401ks that could move it into self-directed environments and do something with it. It's pretty amazing. Hey, Jennings, how do you determine if an opportunity is greater or distraction? Very simple. Is it in alignment with where I'm at and where I'm going? That's it. If it is, it's an opportunity. If it's not, it's a distraction. Next. Start an econ, read the 12-month to a millionaire start. Yeah, it's a great book, Paul. My buddy Ryan Moran wrote that. I've known him for a long time. He's actually out of Cleveland, Ohio, now in Austin, Texas. But great read. Very, very professional guy. Way smarter than I'll ever be. And that's a great book if you're trying to do ecom. But again, that's a grind. I like to buy, but if you're trying to just start out, it could be a great book. Yes, John. Yep, that's a good, because we have a decent amount of equity in our home. Awesome. Awesome, buddy. Yeah, John, that's awesome, man. Devin, yep, you just got to talk to people. You're right, man. That's the truth, man. If you want to raise money, you just got to have conversations. I talk about money everywhere I go. I don't know why everyone's so afraid to talk about, the people afraid to talk about money don't have it. And this is why rich get rich and poor get poor. It's the truth. If you don't like it, well, you probably don't have money. It's the truth. You're not bragging about it. You're simply talking on how to grow it, how to expand it, how to steward it, that's what people that have money talk about all the time. That the guys I'm rolling with anyways. Hey, what are we buying? Hey, how can we grow it? Hey, where are we giving it? Hey, who can we hire? Like yesterday we hired someone, like our whole team is like, yes, we're making an impact. We're making the moves. Dude, that takes money to hire people. That takes opportunity to hire people. Like you don't just not have money and do that kind of stuff. So you got to be thinking, you got to get it. I keep saying this, you got to get in a better relationship with money. And I think that goes for the majority of the world. They don't have a good relationship with money at all. Money to me is just money. I understand it a little bit, and I want more of it. And I'm going to get more of it for sure. Now it's a game of how much can I actually get, Looking to get leads on business for sale. Any advice? Looking to get leads. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. I don't like to go to brokers. You could go to brokers and all that stuff. The reason I don't like going to brokers, typically they've already priced it too high and they're squeezing every penny out of it and overvaluating it. Yesterday I was talking with a merger and acquisitions guy, a lawyer. So you could talk to them and say, hey, what's your typical product look like that you're doing? What kind of deals you doing? And then, if it fits in this category or not, just say, hey, if you have any deals that fall under, $1 million to $3 million, EBITDA and this and that, hit me up. I'm interested. And now, boom, plant the seeds with M&A people. Post on social media. Let people know you're actively looking to buy companies. I do that all the time. I get a lot of messages. Most of them are junk, but that's okay. That's called marketing. And, I'm focused on the ones I can help. So there's a lot of ways, Jimmy. And if you're trying to do direct mail, I don't necessarily do that. Best book to learn about money. I start with Tony Robbins' book called Money. I don't know the best book. There's no best, by the way. They're all good because you can pull one thing out of it. I don't know the best, but I think you have to do more of like a top 10. Like, it's funny. My wife and I traveled the world for 7.5 years. People are like, dude, what was your favorite place? Fuck, I have a lot of them. Why do I have to pick one? You know what I mean? There's a lot. There's a lot of them for different reasons. So the real question is, what do you want to learn about? What place, where are you at in your life where you want to go travel? That's what I always say when someone's like, what's your favorite place? And I always say, there's a lot of them, but what are you looking for? Like, if I tell you Santorini, Greece is my most amazing place and you're allergic to sand and sun, you're probably not going, that conversation's pointless, right? But if you say, hey man, I really love like just being outdoorsy and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, if you got 42 days you could block off, you should walk the Camino de Santiago across Spain. It's amazing. I would have anybody do it. And, so it's like, that's kind of what I'm doing. But like, there's so many books, you got to like get intentional about what you're trying to learn. You know what I mean? What do you think of Otto Savage scrap metal business? I have no clue about them. I don't think about anything. I don't think about them. I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it because I'm not in love with. I don't like see a car and stop and say, man, I get $720 out of that. I could sell for 15 too. Like, if you're into it and you like that stuff, I don't like to work on cars, dude. I don't even like putting windshield washer fluid in my car. So like a scrap metal business for me, it doesn't serve me. It doesn't get me excited, and I'm not interested. I don't care how much money it's making. However, with that said, if someone did love that business and I had money to fund into that business and they wanted to make me a lot of money on my money and they do all the work, I like that business now because I'm not investing in the business. I'm investing in the person. The business is just a piece of it to get my money back. So there's some variables there, but I don't know what value I could bring to an honest habit. By the way, when I'm buying businesses, I'm not looking just to keep it as is. I'm looking where's my value? Where's my magician moments in that business that I can grow it 2, 3, 4, 6 times in the first 12 months of acquiring it? Why am I acquiring? You guys understand some companies acquire to shut down. You guys know that, right? Because you're not acquiring the company, you're acquiring the talent inside the company. You shut the company down, you take the talent, you put them on your team. It's the only way you're going to hire these people. So there's a lot of variables of all this stuff. But Jennings, I'm not really sure on the auto salvage stuff, man. Cool. You guys got any other questions? If not, I'm going to bounce. I got stuff to do today. I got big stuff today. You guys, hopefully you guys can share this video. Beacon, real quick on the recap. What did we talk about on Monday? The end result doesn't matter, why most never succeed. That's right. So quick recap. Monday we talked about that, guys. The end result doesn't matter, why most never succeed. It's because they don't fall in love with the process. So they're too focused out here. You get discouraged, you stop. Don't fall in love with the end result, fall in love with the process. Get excited about the end result, but fall in love with the process. The cool thing about it, your end result is so small, and you're going to realize that through the journey. You're going to expand that as you grow. So the end result actually might be holding you back and you don't even know it. Pretty powerful. It's real too. What's Tuesday, Beacon? The power of commitment. How much is your word worth? It's interesting. You'll commit to a cell phone and pay $100 a month for a phone, but you won't commit to $5 a day or $150 a month to your financial education. It's very interesting to me that you'll stop your financial education or your investment in yourself before you'll stop your cable bill or your cell phone bill. It's very interesting to me. I really do think the biggest separator in success and non-success is investment in yourself. So commit to it, stick to the plan, implement the plan, and you can ask anybody. Jennings is one of the guys in the DM family. When they come in, they have to pay $35,000 in full. I don't do payment plans. Why? Because I know month 3 or 4, you're going to hit a little low in your business and you're going to freak out and you're going to be like, I can't afford it. That's when you need to pay it the most. That's when you need to make the investment harder. But again, it's easy to make the investment when it's easy. But then the commitment comes into the moment when you want to bail. I've seen it happen, and I won't set my people up to fail. And that's why I charge up front. Devin, real powerful. Cool. Beacon, next day. You can't win the game if you're not willing to lose. This is probably one of the most powerful things as well. You can't step on the field if you're not willing to lose. Most of you aren't even in the arena, let alone, and you're acting like you're winning or you say you want to win. But you got to do the work. You got to get in the game. You got to lace up. You got to get ready to lose. The reason you're not accomplishing your biggest goals is because you're just not willing to lose. You're playing to protect. You're playing to win. Every deal has always got to be a winner. You're bottlenecking every activity because you're afraid to lose control. I see it every day at high levels and all levels. If you're afraid to lose, you're not going to win. It just doesn't align with where you're going. So you got to let go of that. You're going to lose, guaranteed. By the way, you're losing no matter what. I'd rather know I'm going in a deal to lose than to not play the game to win. Like I'm in there to win, but I know I got to lose. It's part of the game, man. Cool. Everyone's playing too small, me included. Go ahead. Thursday. Your dream life is on hold because of financial PTSD. And again, it did ruffle a lot of feathers. We got a lot of people sharing the video, so thank you guys. I appreciate that. As you guys know, all of us have a financial thermostat, a financial PTSD moment. So maybe something bad happened in your life, therefore you're trying to protect everything or whatever, or maybe you're just making bad decisions with your money. I know I did that for a long time because I didn't have a good relationship with money. So you got to get serious with this stuff. It's important. Having money is important. If anybody tells you it's not, they don't have money, and they're going to be calling you when they get sick because they need money. It's important. Know that you have to steward this. Know that it's on your shoulders. Know that no one's there to help you except you. If you don't learn this, no one's going to give it to you. I promise you, you have to get better about money. You have to learn about it. How do you feel about it? What's your thoughts on it when you have to spend it or make it? I was talking with a guy yesterday. I was like, dude, you literally can $100,000 a month minimum, and you don't even have to work in the business. He's like, yeah, but man, I have to be there because what about my employees? And I'm like, dude, you've worked 22 years of your life to build this business. What about the blood, the sweat, the tears, the emotional aspects? You're the one holding this business up, man. Get out of the business. You'll make $250,000 a month without working. Yeah, man, but you don't understand. I do understand. I've been there, right? You got to realize there's so much. Your team doesn't want you in their bottlenecking. Give them, empower them to do their job at the highest level. Stop being a pussy and thinking you don't know everything and I can control everything. You can't. If you could, you'd be a billionaire. Why aren't you? When are you going to look at your bank account and realize you don't know shit? That's what I had to do. I knew everything, but my bank account was not representing any way, shape, or form that I knew anything. Yes, I am measuring by my bank account. When you're in business, you measure by your bank account. You measure by your profits, 100%. And again, if anybody tells you you're not, they're full of it. They don't have a business and they're not making money. Period. I don't care who you are. If your business account's not growing and it's not massive, like in the millions plus, you're playing small. You know how much money's out there? It's so much. You can help people. Provide a great product, promote it constantly, and sit back and enjoy the ride. You are bottlenecking your business. You're bottlenecking your growth. You think your team worries about what you make? Dude, if that's the case, how's Apple? How does Jeff Bezos have people working for him? The guy's got he's on TV 24/7 about how many billions he's got. Warren Buffett. Like, what are you talking about? You're Mickey Mouse compared to these guys. I'm Mickey Mouse compared to these guys. I can tell you right now, when I was worried about that kind of shit, I wasn't making any money, figuratively speaking, compared to now. Dude, I want to take the if we're not making money, we all lose our jobs. I shut down the company, you lose your job, he loses a job, she loses, like, dude, what are you talking about? By the way, just because we had a good year this year doesn't mean we're going to have a good year next year. One thing with financial PTSD in your business, if you treat your business account as your personal piggy bank account, shame on you. You are in trouble. You will go under, promise. And if you don't, you're going to have a miserable life because you're constantly like happy, sad, happy, sad. I know. I did it for 9 years. It's not fun. You got to set up a salary, take a salary, live inside that salary. No more, no less. The business is a business. It's a breathing entity. It needs to make money. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't survive. And just because you had a good year this year doesn't mean you're going to have a good year next year. Just because you had a good quarter this quarter doesn't mean you're going to have a good quarter next quarter. You got to have visual representation. That's called P&Ls, projections. You got to be looking at this stuff, knowing, hey, like for example, in restaurants, this might be a bad example right now with what's going on, but restaurants on Tuesdays are always dead, right? Well, how do we stimulate activity in our restaurant on Tuesdays? Based off the P&Ls, based off the daily actions, based off the daily receipt rolls. Hey, on Tuesdays we make 30% of what we do on every other day. Great. How do we fix that? Well, maybe we have a promotion. Maybe we do a Taco Tuesday. Maybe we do a Takeout Tuesday order. Maybe like you create an opportunity to stimulate activity to bump up profits, bump up revenue. Right now with what's going on in coronavirus, you're like, how do you stabilize? No one's planned for this for 60 days, 70 days, whatever. So what do? You got to be creative. You got to start using your creative juices. Yes, you have to work harder. Yes, you got to make more calls. Yes, you got to spend more money on advertising. But the goal is to make revenue. It doesn't matter how hard and how much. The truth is, if you survive and push up and thrive, you will be better. You'll be bigger. Why? Your dollars will be different in the future, right? If you roll this out and you're spending more money now in the business to get a lead, you understand once the storm crosses the fog, boom, you're still spending the same. Now your thermostat's been set to spend the same amount. Now your lead's 4, 6, 10 times. What's that do to your bottom line? It crushes it, increases it drastically. So it's like you got to see the big picture. Your financial PTSD is not allowing you to. I struggled with this for years. I hired people to help me read P&Ls. I hired people to help me like forecast on the front end, like how much do we need? Where are we at right now today? Where are we going? Hey, in the media company from June, July, and August, it's kind of slow. Why? People are traveling. It's vacation time. This is what they're doing. Great. How do we pre-sell packages January, February, March, and then start doing like buy one, get one half off in July, at least create a revenue stream. Here's what we need to do. Like there's so much opportunity when you do that. And every single company has this. But most of you sit there and just keep talking shit, acting like you know what you're doing, you know everything. Ask your team for help. Hey, where can we improve? Hey, what do you need help with? How can we double our company? Ask questions, profound, like a question like, how do we double our business in 12 months? Ask that to the person that answers the phone calls on tech, answer the person on customer support, all the way up to the COO. See what the answers are. That's your job as a leader. That's what I'm doing all day. I'm thinking about how to grow this bitch. That's what I get paid for. And by the way, growing it doesn't mean it's easy. It's going to take big financial commitments. It's going to take me possibly bringing in an investor with more money. Like there's so many things. That's what your job as a CEO is. It's not rainbows and unicorns just hanging out doing nothing. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm very protective of my time by getting in the trenches. It's like it's hard for me to do that because if I'm in the trenches, I know I can't be conscious. I can't be like I need to I need to be on top. I need to see it in different viewpoint, right? I know some people who have done very well with it. Said it's a lot of work though. With dealing with what, buddy? Guys, here's the truth is, whatever you're doing, if you think it's going to take a lot of work, multiply it by 10. If you're still not scared, go do it. If you're scared, don't do it because it's going to probably take 100 times. But hard work is a relative thing. A lot of work. I don't know what a lot of work means. Hard work. I don't know what that means. Again, I talk about this in The Magician versus Mule. That's all thought auditing. What does it mean? What does it mean? Because we put these words on things and it means something. Who wants to wake up to work hard? I want to wake up to be productive. I want to wake up to be profitable, right? If you can shift your conversations with yourself, like, dude, today's going to be a productive day. Not like, yeah, I'm going to work hard today. I'm going to work so hard today. Changes the cadence a little bit, changes the results. So have fun with it, guys. This is your life. You only got one shot at it. I'm here for you guys. I'm thinking about you. If you need anything, hit me up. If not, I'll see you guys Monday, 8:30 a.m. Keep me posted with the questions. I'm here to help you guys. Happy Friday. Make today count. Peace.